Cinderella, the girl with a kind heart.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a sweet and gentle girl named Cinderella. Her mother had passed away when she was very young. Later, her father married another woman who already had 2 daughters. Sadly, after a few years, her father also passed away, leaving Cinderella in the care of her stepmother and stepsisters. They dressed in fine clothes, ate delicious food, and spent their days in comfort, while poor Cinderella was treated like a servant. She was made to cook, clean, wash the dishes, and even sleep in the dusty attic on a straw mat. One day, the king announced that he would host a grand ball at the palace. The purpose was to help the prince choose a bride. Excitement spread across the land. Cinderella's stepsisters were overjoyed. They bought new gowns, jewels, and spent hours in front of the mirror. Cinderella too dreamed of going to the ball. She quietly asked her stepmother if she could join them, but her stepmother laughed and said,
"You go to the palace in those rags? Stay home and do your work."
Her stepsisters left, giggling while Cinderella sat by the fireplace and cried in sadness. Suddenly, a kind and glowing woman appeared before her. It was her fairy godmother.
"Don't cry, child," she said gently. "You shall go to the ball." With a wave of her magic wand, she touched a pumpkin, and it turned into a sparkling golden carriage. 6 mice became beautiful horses, and her torn dress turned into a gown of silk and silver, shining with jewels. On her feet appeared delicate glass slippers. Cinderella was amazed. The fairy godmother warned her,
"Remember, my dear, you must leave the palace before the clock strikes midnight. At that moment, all the magic will disappear."
Cinderella rode in her carriage to the palace. When she entered the grand hall, everyone turned to look at her. She was so beautiful that even her stepsisters did not recognize her. The prince was enchanted. He bowed to her and asked for a dance. All evening he danced with no one else but Cinderella. She was so happy that she forgot the time. But suddenly the clock began to strike midnight. Terrified, Cinderella ran from the palace. In her hurry, one of her glass slippers slipped off her foot and remained on the stairs. She disappeared into the night just before her dress turned back into rags and the carriage became a pumpkin again. The prince was determined to find her. He picked up the glass slipper and declared,
"Foot fits. I will marry the girl whose foot fits this slipper perfectly."
The next day, royal messengers carried the slipper to every house. Ladies tried, but no one's foot was the right size. Finally, they reached Cinderella's house. Her stepsisters tried to squeeze their large feet into the tiny slipper, but it was useless. Then Cinderella shyly asked if she could try. They laughed at her, but when she slipped her foot inside, it fit perfectly. At that moment, the fairy godmother appeared again and transformed Cinderella's rags into the shining gown. Everyone realized she was the mysterious beauty from the ball. The prince was overjoyed. He married Cinderella in a grand wedding. She forgave her stepmother and sisters for their cruelty and chose kindness instead of revenge. From that day on, Cinderella lived in the palace, surrounded by love and respect, never again treated as a servant.
Moral of the story is, even in the darkest times, never lose hope. Goodness and honesty will lead you to happiness.